Now, if you're looking to buy a home in the UK, expect to pay even more now. Prices are at their highest since June of 2008. A survey by property website Rightmove says home sellers raised asking prices by an average 1.3% this month. That's after public holidays in April limited the number of new homes going onto the market. Well, now let's look at the numbers in a little bit more detail, and Rightmove's commercial director, Miles Shipside, is here with me. Miles, thank you so much for coming in. Now, we are seeing a little bit of a rise because there's just not enough houses out there, but in general, we're still struggling to build momentum.
Absolutely, and in a period of an economic downturn, house prices are almost defying gravity. Economic fundamentals mean there is an excess of supply over demand, and that should lead to sellers normally dropping their asking prices, but new sellers have actually put them up, and they're at nearly three-year highs. So this is really quite unprecedented in terms of the backdrop. Low interest rates really are helping sellers to stay in their homes and avoid tough decisions on pricing.
But Miles, of course, in terms of what we're seeing, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're selling at these prices. They're asking high prices. Are they selling?
Well, average stocks are rising. They've gone up from 74 to 76. That's the highest we've recorded in the month of May. So they're not selling. Stocks are building. And yes, sellers did stay away over the bank holiday period. That did put some upwards pressure on prices. The normal weekly run rate of properties coming to market of 29,000 dropped by 30% to 20,000. So estate agents did fight for those scarcer constructions which pushed up prices. One would normally expect greater buyer activity over this spring period, but those buyers stayed away with the extended bank holiday period as well, pushing those stock levels up. So competition higher to sell, and restricted number of buyers around as well.
And what do you see as a trend for the next couple of quarters? Is it going to be a little bit like this, a bit of stagnation? Are prices, do they risk actually falling off a cliff?
Well, we've got the spring window. This is the best time to sell. With summer holiday period coming up, and I think
this is the best time to sell because it's sunny outside and so homes look more attractive?
Absolutely. It's the traditional moving season. People try and get into homes before the schools open as well for new entrants. So it's the best time to sell. So I think sellers will find it tougher and will have to get more aggressive on their pricing in the second half of the year.
And in terms of regional differences, is there a stark difference, even if you look at London, depending on where you look at, where's the money coming from?
Well, obviously London, market on its own, has international buyers, cash-rich buyers, and therefore they're not strapped like the mass mortgage-constrained market in the rest of the country. So there are wealth-centric pockets where wealthy buyers can proceed, and that is helping maintain property prices. But overall, low transaction levels, so quite a volatile market. And if there is an oversupply in a particular area of forced sellers who have to sell, then those are the areas that might well see the toughest decisions on pricing in the second half of the year.
Miles, you've been in the business for how many years?
25 years.
25 years. Is it unusual what you're seeing now? Are you surprised every time you look at the data saying, wow, I'm not sure what's going on, but we're holding on?
Yeah, absolutely unusual. Worth looking back. Essentially, we've got 26 consecutive months with interest rates held at record low levels. The last time we saw this interest rate stability, 1939 to 1951, around the Second World War. 1990s downturn, which is a more traditional downturn, interest rates were at nearly 15%. So very different conditions this time around.
Very different. Miles, thank you so much. Miles Shipside there.